Yo, Miss Little Bear, first in the house. How you doing tonight? Damn. Rough start. Dry skin is cool, but way too slow. Entire file was slow. Wow, now that's cool. Stab Octazooka with Serene Grace, 100% chance to lower their accuracy. And stab Ice Beam, wow. And then Nature, at the end, Nature Power to get Tri-Attack in the buildings, that's insane. That would have been a crazy copium pivot. No worries. First file of the night. If we can find something like that again, that'd be that would be awesome. Tropius! The base stat for its attack and speed were switched. It actually could ran. It has stab air cutter. Like that base speed has to be like 11. A plus speed nature and it's only 6 speed. Yo, JDX in the house. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Energy root. That's a great item. This dude, wow. Alright, let's get a good file right here. Bit of a glass cannon, but could work. Oh, please, please. Please give me a Pokeball right here. A fast Magmar with a stab lava plume. Bad. Even if I went back and healed, it still was a risk. And it's not good. No worries. Yeah, was not good. Had way too much speed and the evolution was mediocre. Lemonade, good item. That's nice. I doubt that we can win this. We need him to contribute in our win. I was hoping for a stab fighting move, since we're versing a rock steel type. Yeah, GG. Yeah. Ooh. We get the Firestone before the rival. That's my hope, pretty much, because other than that, probably gonna lose. PP Max, cool. No Firestone. No! I needed you to click Silver Wind! Why did you do that? Compound Eyes. Shadow Ball, Vacuum Wave. Super Wind. Aerial Ace. Yeah, but Chansey would have had a lot of moves it could use. Yo, Velez in the house. How you doing tonight? Glad you can make it, Velez. How you been? The king! Velez, you brought the king! It's going alright out here. How about you? Going to any World Cup games? No. Damn, that's unfortunate, Velez. Sorry to hear that. So, explain it to me. You're saying that there's more than just the event in Arkansas? I thought there was just the World Cup event. I know it's the FIFA Soccer World Cup, but I thought it was in Arkansas. So like I know zero about it, so it's just confusing me a little. I didn't know that there's like multiple places getting. Can you just explain to me what you're talking about? Because like I just think of it as in I know nothing other than the World Cup is happening. Thrower, Ice Beam. But Ice Beam would have been move really. So it would have been Icy Wind. Nah, you didn't have enough moves. Wow, that is a strong Snorlax. But Les, you explained the process of getting to the World Cup. Which it makes sense. However, that being said, it's not what I was asking. I was asking, like, I thought it was like one day, one place. Or are you saying that they are currently competing? Like, the current events are to compete to go to the World Cup. And that those... I've never been a soccer person, and I'm not one to really have much FOMO. It's like, didn't pay attention to the last 4 World Cups that occurred in my lifetime, or 8 World Cups, however many it's been. Keep getting good files, just not getting good Pokemon in the lab in order to use the good file, like, oh, Volt Absorb. God, the moveset on this guy was insane. Les, why do I feel like this is copy-paste out of ChatGPT? no spelling errors and there's punctuation. Same, Mr. Bear. Which move it has at 3? Agility or air slash. Oh shoot! This is exactly what I wanted. No! 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 Please don't tell me that was the Metagross. No! Oh my gosh! Please don't tell me that was the Metagross. Okay, it wasn't. It was still good. Dark Pulse, Spatial Rend. My fast special attacker with Sniper. Spatial Rend Sniper would have been really cool. Ice Beam. And it had Spatial Rend. Focus Energy. Earth Power. Confusion. Agent Power. Stab, Luster Purge, Power Gem, Discharge. Wow, that actually was gonna be really good. Man. Because I had a Sunstone. And I was hoping for the 7% chance. It be like that sometimes. So true, Crank. How you doing tonight? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I had the Sunstone. And GG. How you doing tonight, Crank? Hope your football is well. With a Waterstone, not a Leaf? No. It's unfortunate. Ibu Shuckle. Saying there's good Pokemon tonight. We can definitely get a runner. I just need to get out of the stupid lab. Every time I think I'm about to win, they just cook me. Come on, Gyarados. Volt Absorb with a full moveset. Is it too slow? I don't know, is it too slow? Ability is kind of useless too. Crazy. Yo, DJ Patty in the house. How you doing tonight? 5-star Gyarados, I wish. Out of 10. Facts. Earlier tonight, the first file of the night, he died to the rival, I believe. But there was a Copium pivot in the tower. It was a high special attack, like really good stat spread, Lapras with Serene Grace, Stab Octazooka, Stab Ice Beam. It was crazy. Fast Gardevoir. The Porygon is not a bad idea. Would suck having to get the return up to max. Dragonair's not a bad idea either, but I want to say it's slow. Because it's not Tropius. Best pure dragon? Dragonair and Shelgon to try to evolve into a pseudo legendary is definitely viable. unfortunately, there's no like fully evolved mono dragon. Earthquake. Interesting. Now, do we run back and forth for 10 minutes to get return to be max damage for the rival? Yeah, I was right. The only mono dragon types in this game is Dragonair and Shelgon, Bagon and Dratini. Everything else is dual typing. All of the fully evolved dragons are double typing. The paralyzed, really? Ooh, do we have a chance? Oh my god, we won. Let's go. Speed boost Dragonair, interesting. What do you guys think? Dragonair or Porygon? Minus speed would be kind of ignored by the speed boost, but the evolution would suffer. Yo, Lord Wolfgang in the house. How you doing tonight? Glad you can make it, my friend. Lux coming in for his midnight kiss every night. Love to see it.
The evolution will keep the nature, so that evolution will also have minus speed, but it will not be guaranteed to keep the ability.
But there was not really any other pivots available, so we're gonna use this for the first trainer and then maybe there's something better in the next area. Uh-oh. Good crit. And GG. No. Stab, poison jab, dude. That's so dumb. Ooh. Too much speed on Snorlax. Spatial Rend, Heat Wave, so he had Fire Dragon, and then Mist Ball, Energy Ball, Water Pulse. Wow, own tempo, technically physical attacker, but split. Dragon Dance. Not a lot of moves though. I showed Salmon stats. It was a fast split attacker with good special defense and good HP, but it had no defense, and its ability was White Smoke. So I'm making one again. Throw on my headphones. Oh, yup. This one always reminds me of Smash. Pokey slots. I can see that. got some Claritin today, and I had to take more than its recommended dosage, but for once I'm able to breathe and see at the same time. All week, every time I go to stream, I've just been dying and I haven't been able to do long streams because whichever one I've been going through has just been insufferable. Yesterday, felt my sinuses just being so swollen. You still listen to 30-minute loop of this song when I cope? It's funny. Right, 6100. Gonna be a lucky file right here. Bronzong in the lab, great stats, flash fire. Dude, what is up with these 7-speed Pokemon in the lab? It's getting ridiculous. Coworkers would be a very loose phrasing because even though we work at the same company, technically at the same facilities, like we would go to different locations, so we never actually got to, even though we had wanted to work together, not once did they ever put us in the same section. True. Pollen has been at a high to very high was this last week. Yeah, they actively didn't put us together. And for no circumstantial reason, right? It wasn't like we had a history of not being good workers together. They never even gave it a chance to see how well we would have been able to work together. GG. Makes up for all of those misses. Yo, lazy dog in the house. How you doing tonight? Moved up a whopping 1 speed. Any runners tonight? We've seen potential opportunity in the tracker, but the lab has been atrociously difficult tonight. Just absolute abysmal speed on every Pokemon out of the lab. And reorganizing this video. 8 hours today? Damn. But I'm glad it's shaping up. It's good. Even the Electivire that ran the other night had, like, acceptable speed. The bear as in the Ursaring? Last night, my allergies were making me not feel the best. I was not 100% cognitively there, truthfully. Wolfgang Soup. A funny autocorrect for YouTube. Wolfgang Soup is your maiden name. Well, at least we can scout with this. what? Carnivine. There was one other underdog up here. Wasn't a great underdog, but it's Miss Magius. We had 3 physical moves and present. Bite is a very annoying move for a tanky Pokemon like this. With 2 setup moves as well, Charge, Curse. Oregon Z is a pivot. Stink Master taking it out of Rayquaza through the Paralyze with an 80 accuracy move. Rayquaza having Ice Beam is scary. I am very glad I set up the +2 charge. Though, had I known it would be Rayquaza in the back, I probably could have just clicked Outrage on Diglett and not gotten paralyzed. So that was close to a throw. It smells like we just sang. He has a second ability. Would be quite a unique runner. This is a tanky stun tank with good speed. So I want to assume it's probably a glass cannon. But maybe it's min-max offense. Dark Pulse or Sphere. There was the Porygon Z, don't want to forget about that. Okay, he's at least average speed. Still one Pokemon in each patch. I'm low-key leaning towards Rhyperior if it has a second ability. If it's stuck with Snow Warning, it's not worth it. Yo, Camo in the house, how you doing tonight? We're out of the lab, so that's something. As of yet, this entire lab has been being stuck in versing the rival. Does have a second ability. Alright, if this last Pokemon is not a pivot, I think we see Rhyperior, opportunity, and then if it's not a runner, we go for the Porygon Z. Gonna play some Forza and chill? Hell yeah. We are hoping for Water Absorb, Filter, Levitate. it was to get Earth Power or Power Gem, really pop off. Well, buddy, I know you have a second ability. Here we go. Finally. Minus speed nature. Is that the end of the world? Yo, caffeinated, how you doing tonight? I am. I took some Claritin, which helped a lot. I had to take more than the description said, but he has plus special attack. I know that the minus, I knew it was going to be minus speed. Not the end of the world, I don't think. I'll leave it up to you guys. There is the Porygon Z. Porygon Z is technically a pivot. This cannot be hurt by Aftermath or Explosion. Not the best ability, but it's not horrible. Low health, low special defense, but it's strong and average speed. Thoughts in the chat. Rhyperior or Porygon Z? I don't remember what the moveset was on Z. Thunder Punch, Night Slash, not bad. I'll admit, I'm kind of feeling the Rhyperior. I can't justify getting rid of Aura Sphere Dark Pulse just because of the typing. Or like Hyperior. Absolutely deleting Pokemon. Psycho Shift is not allowed. And Dark Fighting covers every Pokemon in the game. It's not as much coverage as every Pokemon except Heracross and Toxicroak. I did forget about those two. No new move until 21? Damn. That's crazy. We get a special defense boost if the Sandstorm is up, which is very interesting. That could actually come into... that can come in very handy. Alright, here we go. Good luck. First, Bellsprout Tower of the Night. I would consider Sandstorm. Especially if I was to get, like, Weather Ball. That'd be pretty cool. Chow. Obliterating. Very happy with the plus special attack. And I'm genuinely not upset about the minus speed. It's not gonna hold us back. Famous last words. Deckmon? Alright, one more trainer, plenty of PP, no damage taken. No Pokemon has been a 2-shot. Super. Easy. GG. Oh, was that supposed to say decent Mon? Wolfgang? Alright, first gym of the night. Best of luck. Alright, we can do this. One. Drizzle is okay. 2. This is the ace. Can we one-shot it? No, but he throws. We get our level up move here. Transform. No. Nice crit, buddy. GG. What a fight. Alright, buddy, I want to see Earth Power, Power Gem. Sleep Powder. No, Sketch is 70. That's sad. That's the TM out of the tower, meaning we don't get it as a gym TM, and it is not allowed to be used. You know, I wouldn't even be upset if we were to get Earthquake. Obviously, we're not a physical attacker, but we saw what Electivire was able to do with low offense stab. I would say that's within your rights, Laser Dog, 100%. It's the weekend, which I think allows the noise ordinance to go a little bit later, so I would just double check on that. That would be the one thing I would say, is that because it is the weekend, sometimes they can be a little bit more lenient as to when it ends. It's a special attacker. Very fast, very frail special attacker. Cannot flinch. No defense, no health. Honestly, I think I made the right choice going Rhyperior. Almost midnight is diabolical, yeah. I felt the same way, Laser Dog, and I mean, if the officers do their job correctly, they don't typically say who exactly does it, who exactly did the noise complaint. Normally, it would just be like a resident, another resident called in complaint. They usually are meant to keep it aloof to avoid causing tension that can boil over. Obviously, they are human and can make choices that probably they shouldn't, but from my experience, it's effective as long as A, they don't share the individual who makes the complaint, and B, they show up. Because in my experience, they don't always show up for the noise complaint. Or if they do, they show up hours later after the noise is already ended. The courtesy officer was the one you were making the complaint about, damn. Question for chat. Any name suggestion for Rhyperior? What should this bad boy be named? On a Tuesday night at 1 a.m. by the pool. Damn. That's insane. feel like there's a name somewhere in the concept of a damp rock. Right, this is a rock type Pokemon. It's damp. I can't find my phone. It fell somewhere. So I can put on the light. Where's my phone? There it is. I actually have never watched Powder. Stamper? What's a stamper? Oh, you know why? I'm thinking of the item Damp Rock in Pokemon. I think that's what my brain is. I don't know what else I was thinking of. Actually, let me ask you guys this. Dwayne Johnson or John Cena? Dwayne Johnson or John Cena? Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but then I was like, you know, Sphere fighting John Cena. Yeah, I thought of that after I typed it. I was like, you know, John Cena would probably be a cooler name. Nothing against The Rock, but as a name, it kind of just works a little bit better than quote unquote The Rock, or naming it just Dwayne. It's just that it couldn't fit more than Dwayne. That was the issue. Dislike him as a person? Why is that? Gotten to know him? power herbs? Interesting. Coldstone Steve Austin. Yeah, I mean, honestly, people have said stuff like that about other individuals. Like, there was once I was just having a playlist on at work, and there was a song that came on that I wasn't fully knowledgeable on, like who the artists were or anything like that. And one of my customers were like, "Oh, do you like this person?" And I was like, "I mean, I guess." They were like, "Oh, my girlfriend's told me all about how bad of a person they are, and if you like this other singer, like they've been bad to that other singer." And it's like, okay, but I don't know. I don't really involve myself in that stuff. It's like on surface level. If and like with our current topic, obviously it's a little different, but like if there was a movie, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't watch that movie because person X or person Y is in it. Unless like it's, I guess there are lines. There are some lines that I would be like, yeah, probably not wanting to support that person. Felt the Star Fairy. Holy, that was scary. Hell yeah, Captain. Yo, Matthew, how you doing tonight? Got quite the rock to stand on tonight. HP up, we can use that. Dang. Big XP. You might actually get to level 25 before the cave. Depends on what the level 23 is. That's gonna give us big XP. Maybe. Yeah. Earth Power Power Gem. Ingrain. I can't use that, buddy. Come on. Give me something to delete Snore. Star count right now, I can only give it a 3. I mean, it's acting like a 4, but I can only technically give it a 3. It's not like we're hitting everything with super effective. Kind of need one more move for coverage, and it would have a lot better chance. Yeah, and it's also right period for the typing with low health and low special defense, so like I'm not going to overhype that number until either stab, maybe setup, or just like something else to consistently click. Ice beam, water spout. Focus until after the gym. Damn. It's tough. Yo, an Etric raid in the house. Sudomudo. Welcome to the chat. Etric, thank you so much for the raid. Ace Trainer Ellie, welcome. Hope you are all doing well tonight. If you have any questions about the Kaizo Ironmon challenge that we are participating in, feel free to ask. Currently, we are running a unique 4 times weakness Pokemon, but that doesn't matter because what matters is we are strong, we are fast, and we are given a couple good moves. And that's what most recipes start with. Very good. Protein. Don't really want attack, so I probably won't use that. The Dazzling Shell, welcome. Alola. Baby potion, I'll take it. Remember these games from back in the day? Oh yeah, these are classics. Yeah, the lighthouse is a difficult one for sure. Okay, we one-shot this. GG. No? What? Right, time for the rival. We got this. Does not matter that we're a blast cannon. We're just gonna one-shot everything. That's one. It's the ace. That's two. And perfect. No way that survives. Wow, but it wanted to. No worries around here as long as we're one-shotting. The Pokeathlon was a blast. I did enjoy playing the Pokeathlon. That was always fun game to play. Alright, time for the second gym. My HM Pokemon. Alright, let's do this. I'm a little worried about that double fight. Hoping it's easy. Yo, no more in the house. How you doing? Under special attack, yep. This is what the Electivire was at 50. For real. Why is he named John Cena? First I was going to do Dwayne for Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but I was like, you know what, John Cena would be a cool name. Couldn't exactly fit the full Dwayne The Rock Johnson in any variant subsection of his name. Just didn't look appealing as just like a solo name. Yeah, you won't see him coming. Facts. This dude could run WrestleMania. Facts. Good one shot. Last time we had something was in black and white too, yeah. So true, Miss Wilbert. It's hard to argue with, true. Can't heal. I just gotta hope he attacks before Gunzi. If he doubles up into us, then that's what it is. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. Wow. Double ground moves in the double fight. That's crazy. Tail Glow, Psy Beam. We were going to start getting good moves right before the third gym. Psy Beam would have helped. Oh, no! Oh my god, I was getting Earth Power. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, dude. And Charge Beam. This game. Flamethrower, Focus Miss. I mean, we've ran a Pokemon like that before. Yes, I agree it's not perfect, but it had viability. 100% viability. Dark Pulse, Force Sphere, Earth Power, and either Psy Beam or Tail Glow, depending on if we care more about coverage or risking setup sweep. Because the unaware Pokemon would be Pokemon I could use my super effective moves on. Yeah. I wouldn't have had to worry about unaware. No, I didn't have Registeel on. Damn, that's so sad. Yeah, that was a runner. That was a really good runner. It's what it is. Blade. Ooh. Yeah, only thing stopping that was strong water attack or strong grass move after no glow. I did low-key throw. Admittedly, I did throw by not attacking the Swampert. I thought about it and I was like, nah, they're gonna attack the Porygon, surely. I survived a stab super effective Earth Power into our low special defense. Defenses, in my opinion, are not as critical as speed and offense and moveset. Oh, great throw, Registeel. GG. In-round fight for the win. 20 turns later. The arms on Drapion put in overtime for that fight. Beyond pivot. Thoughts in the chat. Do we go straight for the Umbreon or look for the third pivot? It's a runner. It's bulky, it's strong. The plus speed nature helps it be fast enough. If it can get Dark Void, it can use its ability. Technically doesn't have the best moveset for a Pokemon who takes a long time to get moves. I would like to take a quick look at the last area. Now that I have a fast Pokemon, it's a little easier. But my concern is if I can't click Water Spout, like I don't really have anything outside of Water Spout that's very viable. It would rely on getting a good move at 8. Fast Blaziken, wow. Faster than 15 at level 3 is crazy. Come on, Dark Pulse, please, Dark Pulse. 22 speed at level 8, 27 special attack. Not as strong as the Rhyperior, who is 34 at level 8, but it's still quite strong. Signal Beam, hey, that is useful. I think I get rid of Toxic Spikes because even though it is technically my Shedinja answer, the reality is, in order to answer Shedinja, I would have to set it up before I even know Shedinja is in the fight, which is unlikely to happen. Grass coverage for Water Spout, yeah. Water coverage for Water Spout. Consistent damage, good P. I think one of the critical things about it is good PP for the Bellsprout Tower. You guys are content with this? No consideration for other areas? Does it go further than the Rhyperior? Only if it beats the Bellsprout Tower. If it doesn't, if it can't beat the Bellsprout Tower, that would be my thought process is it either loses in that first dungeon and doesn't even get to the gym, or it's able to get past that dungeon, gets a good move by 22. I'm kicking myself though for that right here because I know it could have went further. It did not deserve to die where it did. Water absorbed flying types would be an issue for this guy. You may be right, Laser Dog, you may be right. Dark Pulse would be such a cool move for this, being our Shedinja answer. Stab with flinch. The downside of Umbreon is that it only has one special attack stab. Alright, here we go. Good luck. A good start. Pressure is annoying, but that's okay. Less okay. You Click the negative priority move. That's hilarious. Full restore? Hell yeah. Another pressure mon. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, new move right here on this next mon. Please, buddy, I need a good move. Zen Headbutt. I do like that more than Vital Throw. What do you guys think? Vital Throw never misses, which is nice. Zen Headbutt technically covers for flying types a little better. Specifically water flying. And dragon flying. I think I take it. We got this. We got this. Easy fight. We're on Z. Sorry, Raperior. I gotta do it to you. Good Nice. Big win. Yeah, I definitely think this can get past where Rhyperior died. Alright, we got this. Here we go. Good luck. New move during the gym leader fight. Here we go. Good luck. Route is unfortunate. This is the ace. Wow. Easy one shot. Holy. Right, new move. Dark Pulse, Calm Mind, Lava Plume, Eruption, Power Gem, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, Ore Sphere, Razor Leaf. It's a physical move, man. Come on. It's not technically better than Send Headbutt because it doesn't cover for flying types. Yeah, I don't think I can say yes to that. Awesome. Well done, Umbreon. Great win. Scratch. Zuko's favorite move. His power stab, scratch, facts. It is his version of a one-hit KO move. And his ability is no guard. Because there is no guard when he chooses to scratch. Just to let you know, Matthew, it is spelled Zuko. Baby potion, okay, I'll take it. Max Ether, useful. Alright, we have ourselves another runner tonight. Its stats are a little bit better. We just need a good, reliable move. Like, Signal Beam and Water Spout are decent, but I have to get something a little bit more balanced for it. We'll see what happens. Any name suggestion for Umbreon? if anyone in the chat is into like scary or anything like that, something that gives bad dreams. Does anyone have a name suggestion? I can come up with a name, but I named the last one, so I was hoping somebody in chat named this one. Ulan. Ulan. When I look that up, it just comes up with the moon. Axes. Yo, Demetrius, how you doing tonight? Read this. We could do like a Darth Vader type of like situation. Right, like you could do like a like an evil villain type name. Dark. We have done the dark side. I don't know if you guys are watching the what's it called? X-Men 97. Season 2 is about to start coming out tomorrow, I think. Darkseid, the DC villain. I will mention it is a male, but I get the concept. It's AP149. You know, I loved watching Markiplier play the SCP game. Did you guys ever play or watch the game called SCP? Secure, Contain, Protect? It was a containment breach game. It was a horror game. Watched it. It was pretty dope. Yeah, that's a throwback game. And it's funny because I can never remember the name of it, but once you said SCP, it instantly clicked in my head that was the name of it. When we have a male, sorry, let me restart that. Caffeinated, when our Umbreon is a female, remind me of that name, because that is a good name. I just don't think it would be suited for this as well as it could be for something else. I don't want to disvalue the name. Timbit. Timbit sounds English. It is. Oh no, it's like Canadian. Timbits. Oh, they're munchkins. See, I'm used to calling them munchkins because they are also a thing sold at Dunkin' Donuts. Because I know that it's like a popular food item up there now, I would say that's a pretty good cat name. You know, because Munchkin is a common cat name, so Timbits makes sense to be a cat name. I know many places in the state would call them donut holes, but at least in the Northeast or any of the Dunkin' Donuts that you would go to, they would call it a munchkin. Their protein. Fortunately, the next level up move is not until the rival. The downside to evolutions is every single level up move will always be 7 levels apart, and the distance that it takes to reach 7 full levels is a lot. So we're gonna be hoping for maybe TP up, TP max. Because water spout will be big reliance. Ether. Alright, we have a good amount of PP recovery. We have a full heal and a full restore. You weren't here when we caught this, no worries. What does bad dreams do? If they are asleep, they take 1/4 of their health. Sorry, 1/8 of their health. So if we were able to get like Sleep Powder, Lovely Kiss, Dark Void would be the best. Dark Void is the highest accuracy sleep move that we can use, as well as a move that hits both Pokemon in double fight.
to be an easy dungeon as it typically is because of the moveset. Unless Signal Beam carries. If Signal Beam can carry, then it'll be fine. We'll see. Super potion, nice. Right, easy. Yo, the Denny in the house with a gifted. Let's go, Cherry Berry. Good find. Denny, how you doing tonight? Thank you for the gifted. My neighbor has some... I don't know what is making all that noise right now, but it is loud. W. Denny. Just done watching the World Cup matches. Nice. Haven't missed a single one yet. Hell yeah. Shoot, I did not mean to do this fight. Oh, I have 2 water spouts. That should be good. Nice. Doing well, Denny. First runner of the night. We had a pretty cool Rhyperior earlier, but the double fight in Bugsy's gym had a stab, earth power, Swampert that absolutely cooked us. In past streams, honestly, my allergies had been killing me. Either it would be my eyes and I could barely see, and that they would be dry and itchy, but also like constantly like just leaking. Or today, like yesterday, my sinuses were just flared up and I was just heavily congested. So I took some Claritin today, which did help. Let's go Australia. Are they playing well? Eventually, it's not as bad, yeah. Alright, next level up, new move. Calcium, nice, that's a good one. Gotta get local honey, need that too. Ooh, smart. Did not raise my special attack set. They won 2-0, nice. Nice crit. I don't know if that crit mattered, but I'll take it. I think the super potion will probably get used at the second gym just to keep us from losing water spout momentum. Got Lugia into Palkia, or I mean Latios into Palkia. Nice. Okay, easy. Can't use that. Damn. Oh my gosh. No! Stopped paying attention for like a half a second. You didn't realize just how critical like of a situation it's been. Like Weather ball could have been cool. That would have been. We're not getting any TMs, so it would have just been weather ball. So I was stuck with mud slap. Or I would have used like a physical move, maybe probably pursuit for Shinja or. Get a lot of special attacks. Aerial Ace near the end. Attack order. Swarm attack order. That's cool. That could have saved him. But I don't know if he would have gone to beat 40 with just Shadow Sneak, Fury Cutter, Reversal, and special attacks. I mean, special attack wasn't the worst. might have been able to keep going with some special attacks. Explosion. Okay, bro. The reality is on that Umbreon is, I think the moveset would have held it back. That's funny. Laser Dog made a bet on whether or not it would go further than the Rhyperior. Ironically, it did not go further than the Rhyperior because of really bad RNG.